Jenny. She's actually the youngest person in our group, but at her age, I'd say she's a master storyteller because if you've seen her channel before, she averages over 10 million views per YouTube short that she uploads. And she's gonna really explain how going viral isn't just a random thing that happens, it's actually something that you can plan on happening for you. So Jenny, how has short form content really affected you and your own personal brand?
Yeah, so short form content has absolutely changed my life. It's allowed me to, live my dream ever since I was a little kid. I've always wanted to be a content creator, and I now get to make a full-time living doing what I love. And it's also allowed me to work with companies that I've always dreamed of working with, such as Nickelodeon, and also helping and consulting for a bunch of top companies and top creators in the space as well.
Solid. I'm super excited to see what's in that mind of yours that makes your videos go so viral. Jenny, you know how to structure videos. What is a listicle? Why is that such a good structure?
Yeah, so listicles are a video structure where you go through a list of items. So in this example, we have the 3 worst banks in America. Now, the reason why listicles are probably one of my favorite formats is honestly because it's naturally optimized. You don't have to do too much work. You don't have to spend too much time thinking about it. It's naturally optimized in the sense of the viewer's gonna wanna watch till the end to see what is the worst bank in America. So in this example, the reason this works is because he starts the video by saying the 3rd worst bank, the 2nd worst bank, and the worst bank, meaning you have to watch till the end to see if your bank is on there. Because, I know I did because I was very concerned. So, yeah.
Jenny, and really watch one of her videos to see how she was able to force virality. All right, first of all, look at this thing. This is a YouTube short uploaded 2 months ago, and it's sitting at 100 million views right now. And I'm gonna turn the time over to Jenny after we watch the video to show how this wasn't just a random occurrence, and this was strategically made to get this kind of viewership. And we're also addressing you guys who have some time and are willing to put a little more effort into each of your videos. For example, this one took 20 hours for her to film, edit, and create in general, but was able to have a huge return on that time investment. So let's go ahead and watch what this video is. I built a secret room with $0.
I'm building a secret room with $0.
There's a whole room in here!
What are you doing? You're destroying the house! What? She can't know I'm turning this hole in the wall into a secret hideout to watch YouTube. And I'm using wrapping paper for the walls because my budget's $0 and we don't have paint. But at least now the wall's fully covered.
I'm out of wrapping paper!
It's not a secret if I'm yelling. And I found items around the house to decorate the room, like a rug, table, pillows, blanket, and my iPad to watch YouTube.
We got RGB! I think I just broke it.
And even though I might have stolen them from my parents, they're perfect for my room. But my secret room has a big problem.
This is very obvious. This is not a secret.
So I added a secret entrance made from a trash bag so no one can find it. Then I got popcorn to enjoy watching YouTube in secret.
It looks so nice, right?
Wild.
Yeah.
I know this video is entertainment, but the same elements she uses here can be used even if you're educating people in your business or about your product or service. So Jenny, let's break this down. Let's find out why this video performed so well.
Yeah, so first things first I want to touch on is, right now the title says how to make anything viral. So I just want to answer that question before we jump right in. And the way I see how to make anything viral is getting viewers to watch as long as possible, basically. And if you were to look into your YouTube analytics, that would be called viewer retention. So you want to have a high viewer retention, where this video's viewer retention is nearly perfect. It's at 98% viewer retention, which is incredible. So in order to get high viewer retention, there's 4 key things that I pay attention to. And the first one being a strong hook. Now what I mean by this is you want your first 3 seconds to stop the viewer scroll. In other words, catch their attention, but not only catch their attention, but also make them so intrigued that they want to watch till the end. So in this video in specific, I caught the viewer's attention immediately by breaking a hole in the wall. Who's not gonna be in shock seeing that? You know, that catches your attention immediately. And now you also wanna watch till the end because you wanna see, she's building something. What is she building? I need to watch till the end to see what this looks like. And the second thing is video progression. Now, if your video does not feel like it is progressing, or if it does not feel like we are getting closer to the end, the viewer is gonna leave. So for that reason, after every sentence I spoke, there was actually something new happening. You know, there was a lot going on in the span of 30 seconds, to be fair, where in these examples, you know, one sentence, I was decorating the wall. The next sentence, I already had decorations in the room. The next sentence, I already had new lighting in the room. Every sentence, something new was happening, and we were progressing to the end. Next slide.
And that makes me think of Listicles too, because
Yes.
Listicle is naturally a countdown, and it's like another thing, another sign that the video is progressing.
Yep. Number 3, rewatchability. Now, again, similar to how I mentioned how to make anything viral, you want a high viewer retention. And by getting viewers to rewatch it, you're getting high viewer retention. You know, these platforms, you know, their goal is to have viewers on their platform for as long as possible. And if you're getting people to rewatch your video, then you're showing, you know, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever platform that you're using, that you're doing a good job. You know, people are staying on the platform longer because of you, and you do that with rewatchability, where in my video in specific, I did that by having a twist at the end. You know, I noticed a lot of you laughed when you noticed my mom was randomly in the room, and a lot of people watching that are going to be like, okay, I need to watch this again to like relive that moment, or to see if I, you know, caught hints of her possibly sneaking into my room or something. And I do want to touch that, you know, there's other ways to also get people to rewatch a video, and when you're making informative style videos, I think a very great way is to have listicles or steps that people have to rewatch, because, you know, if you're watching a tutorial, you're not going to watch the tutorial once. That'd be incredible if you memorize the whole tutorial. So, you know, even in informative content, if you're giving like details and steps, people are going to rewatch it to understand it. And number 4 is shareability. Now, I think creating content should be, you know, as authentic as possible, as we saw from the 2 different examples. However, I will say AI is incredibly good at like analytics and like analyzing those data like points, because in order to, you know, get these views, in order to learn everything I learned was actually just like reviewing my analytics and my data, and AI has helped me understand that data, because you just input, you know, the data that you're finding, like the different retentions on the different traffic sources, and you know, you can put that with all your videos, and when you have thousands of videos, AI can simplify everything and analyze your content and tell you kind of like what you have to do and where you're lacking. And I have done it. I have used AI to help me make better content in that aspect, so that's amazing. Yeah, I want to say as well, like the biggest content creation advice like I ever give is creating your blue ocean, which is essentially, you know, being the trendsetter. In other words, you know, if, like you were saying, if someone's going to search something up, you want to be the only person that comes up, because, you know, everyone makes a video on, you know, the new iPhone, let's just say, but what if you were the guy to review a phone that no one else reviews, right? You would get so many more views, or you would easily get a bunch of traffic rolling in because of that. So yeah, blue ocean strategy. Every video is a data point. That's literally what I do. You know, when I uploaded that secret room video, I was like, oh, this is gonna flop, but it didn't. And now it's a data point that I know, like, those strategies actually did work. Something I do want to add to that is actually starting with power words. And sometimes people would, like, you could say the same sentence, but sometimes rearranging the order of the way you say it could make the hook 10 times stronger. So it's like really key to think about that as well. So like an easy example that comes top of mind is, I had a client give me a hook where they told me, intermittent fasting can help you lose weight. And I was like, that's not good, because not everyone knows what intermittent fasting is, but everyone knows what losing weight is. So if you rearrange the order and say, lose weight by intermittent fasting, then the hook is 10 times stronger. So, yeah,
that's great.
Thank you.
The first tool I have in mind is Descript, where it basically transcribes your videos, and it can remove gaps and pauses and ums, ahs. So that's great as well. Another great editing tip that I noticed is, if you use Adobe Premiere Pro, you can transcribe the entire video, and it's actually faster
to edit a video by, it sounds funny through the transcription that it is to actually go through the video. And what I mean by that is sometimes, let's say if you have a talking head, you'll repeat yourself so many times. You'll say the same sentence like 20 times, and all you have to do is type in the sentence and then see the last time you said it, and then you can just delete everything else. So those are two tools that I've used to spend less time editing. So yeah, I'm actually very excited about this topic. So I love telling stories just like you, and I know we create short form content, but I also create long form content as well. And I found success in telling a different part of the story, or the way I like to think about it is a prequel to the story. So for example, I have a long form video or long format video where I sold everything my family owns. And the house, yeah, it was so funny, and the house was like empty by the end of the video. And I don't want to like take clips from the video, and then because then if the viewer watches the video, then they have no value, right? Or they'll know what the ending of the video is. I mean, now I just told you the house is empty at the end, but I want the viewers to be in shock when they see that. So the way I'm going about promoting that piece of long form content is showing the story behind what made me want to sell everything my family owns. What's the backstory? And make a little short video of the backstory, so then when so for example, the backstory is, everyone in my family are hoarders, including me. So I'm gonna sell everything I own and see how I feel about it. And I feel so great, I made money, cash is better than trash. Now I gotta do this to every single family member. And of course it's gonna be a longer video to do that. So I hope that helps.